Matthew Holt, another TCB quick bite from the show floor. This is Bevey Miner, a brand newcomer to the healthcare industry. Maybe not. We've been yakking about this for nearly 20 years now. Bevey these days is the EVP of healthcare at Consensus, which uses some brand new technology. Does it? Well, so we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Bevey, tell me what Consensus does.
Oh, thanks, Matthew. So we have a ton of unstructured data in healthcare. 80% of all the data in healthcare is unstructured. Admittedly, that's a lot of images, right? But there's also a lot of locked down PDF documents that are unstructured and no one can act on them because they're just pictures. So Consensus has the largest electronic cloud faxing volume in healthcare. We are the F word. We have eFax.
Brand new technology, voila.
And it's been around for 25 years, right? Our company's been around for 25 years. We're publicly traded, so that's all there. But we do 4 billion pages in healthcare, and it's all unstructured. So today, we take that unstructured data, and we do intelligent document extraction. So we pull with NLP and artificial intelligence all that data, and we make it structured so that on the receiving end, it can be consumed and acted on. We don't have a sending problem in interoperability in healthcare. We have a receiving problem because the receiving end, if you're in a skilled nursing facility, a home health, if you're in a substance abuse clinic, you're barely off a dial-up fax machine. You didn't get EHRs as a part of meaningful use. So how do you consume data? We're the translator in the middle. So you can send it as a fax, we can translate it, we can get it structured, we can get it consumed into QHINs and all the Tefka fire stuff, because we can do that with our interoperability backbone. And if we ignore that there is that much cloud faxing still existing in healthcare, then you're really leaving the health equity care settings behind, because they treat our most vulnerable populations and they don't have certified EHRs.
So what's most of the data that you're talking about? Because, not in part because of people like you, most prescriptions these days, other than this week when a couple of the systems went down and got hacked, which is another issue. Most data, most prescription data is electronic, most lab data is electronic. Yeah, more and more of the order sets and and out with the EHRs. What's missing? Images is one part. What else is missing? What else are you seeing a lot of in that 80%?
Well, even LabCorp is a big customer of ours. Quest is a big customer of ours. They are still getting a lot of digital cloud faxing, or lab orders are coming in that way, and they're being consumed. Because think about a referral pattern. So patient's leaving a hospital and needs to get to a substance abuse clinic, they're not going to send it from EHR to EHR. They're going to look at that referral. It's going to be digitally faxed, or there's going to be a case manager making a phone call. So in a lot of care settings, skilled nursing, we've got companies like Point Click Care that have great market share, but go to small communities. Those skilled nursing centers have their own little proprietary admission systems where they put information. So if it's all structured, Epic to Epic to Epic to Epic, and you've got academic medical centers, go to the outer circles. And there's a lot of volume in those outer circles that, while you might think, hey, we have electronic labs, we've got electronic prescribing. And electronic prescribing has been there. It is the backbone of interoperability in this country. When it goes down, what happens? You got to fax your prescriptions in. So,
or just people stop taking drugs.
Yeah.
I think it's funny what's been happening the last few days, from my understanding.
I think, we have to be a little careful with people on behavioral health meds so we get them.
There are probably maybe some issues with that.
Yeah.
All right, so go big picture. You've got all the data you're consuming from non-interoperable stuff to make it interoperable, right? You've got the other data sources that are now coming. We've spent a lot of money and a lot of time, and you've been heavily involved in, putting this data from paper to something that's not paper. What are we doing with it? How are we doing kind of like using that for something that is more than just getting the order, like figuring out the data from it and doing something useful with it, and actually improving the healthcare system?
Well, when you think about population health, if you're looking at population health, but 30% of the data that you really need to look at the ecosystem for your patient populations is sitting in unstructured data, can't be put into your data stores, can't be mined, because it's just sitting in unstructured data. Not the big systems, but if you look at population health, follow the behavioral health patients and all the challenges we have, so much of that data, hundreds of pages of discharge notes and everything else is sitting unstructured. So just population health alone, get it all unlocked, put it into the capability to have that structured data mined, and now you've got a way to look at the population in a bigger way. Take prior authorizations. You know how many forms are filled out by hand? There's 30,000 prior authorization forms. Well, you've got small physician offices that some admin person is filling that form out by hand and faxing it or sending it into the health plan for prior authorization. Our machine learning has looked at handwriting. We take all that data out of the form, we make it all structured data. We can even read urgent, we can do all that kind of stuff. Now it can get into a workflow for prior authorization that makes it easier and the authorization can get approved or at least acted on faster.
Okay, so it can be done. How are we, the big we collective, doing?
You know, sometimes it takes rulemaking. So the other part of my job is policy. And we just had a couple of final rules come out that were part of the 21st Century Cures Act to try and really figure out how to do all this. One was 72-hour turnaround on prior authorizations for Medicare Advantage. So finally CMS said, that's it. You got 72 hours to make a decision. You've got 7 regular business days to make a decision. That means that health plans that are part of Medicare Advantage are now having to re-engineer to take only structured data. So now they're saying, hey, we can't take a paper paste of a request. So they're saying, the federal government is saying, that has to be sent as a FHIR standard because it's structured. That can help the health plans do a 72-hour turnaround. Now you got the substance abuse clinic again. They need an approval for additional treatment. They don't have FHIR. So we translate all that and we can get it into the prior authorization system. So how we're doing, you know, it's taking, and I hate to say it because I don't like the regulations that create movement, but it's taken a lot of the regulations to help, you know, elevate the conversation. Now, I can't get a single person to tell me how many organizations have gone all in on TEFCA, secret, and how many transactions are FHIR right now. Well, nobody seems to be saying, is this really growing by multiples? And adoption is happening that fast. The headlines are there, but I think 2024 is going to tell us really where is that adoption for structured data going to happen.
Well, we've all been waiting a while, and hopefully it is coming or coming soon. And
well, the thing is, we have more acronyms, so at least there's somebody making up stuff, right?
All right, I've been talking with Bevey Miner. She's the EVP of Healthcare at Consensus, and she is structuring unstructured data because you did all the rest of the data over the rest of your career at Allscripts and as well.
You're right.
Take care, Bevey. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Matthew.